I'm Cassie Bruni.
And I'm Carl Pride.
And this is Brockton.
This is Brockton is our new weekly magazine show brought to you by the BCA staff and volunteers of the community. This week, we're recording all of our beginnings and everything from our podcast room, which is our latest addition to BCA. BCA staff member Isaac went down this past weekend to Brockton Fest, and he filed this report.
And welcome to Downtown Brockton Fest. Okay, so you're lucky enough to be checking out the Brockton Garden Club. It's fall, and it's a little cool here, as you can tell. A lot of us are wearing sweaters and things. But gardening never stops. It's year-round. So here you are with bags of free daffodil bulbs. So anyone can check this out. You start planting your bulbs at this time of the year, and they'll, how would I say it, pop up in the spring, along with the butterflies that come too. These aren't real ones, but all the proceeds for the sale of these butterflies goes to the scholarship fund. And anyone can apply for a scholarship that goes to a local high school, and they can do that every April. And love to have you do that. So that's one of the many things. Brockton Garden Club can be visited at www.brockton.gc.org. And right now we have, this is really important, we give a lot of valuable information out. And here we go with this, poisonous plants. And this is huge. A lot of you have pets, and you might really want to check all this information out. And these are the many things that are available at Garden Club meetings and events. And again, you can visit us, and we're always looking for new members. Members are all ages and all backgrounds. We're now meeting at Our Lady of Lourdes, and we're going to be having different guest speakers in the months to come. And we, like I said, I can't emphasize this enough about this whole thing with the poisonous plants and how dangerous they are, both to kids and animals, but particularly to animals. And like I said, we do a lot with native plants. Try to encourage that, because that means the bees will be here, and the bees help pollinate and keep the environment going to the best. And what else do we have? Oh, we have speakers on flower arranging, seasonings, fun activities with gardening and guessing. There's tours during the summer months, late spring, early summer, where you can check out other individuals' gardens, get some ideas, think about different things. And we're always around in the community. Again, my name is Ann, and you can call me at 774-297-4939 if you'd like to know more about gardening. You're not sure, you want to check it out. You do not have to be an expert. You can just enjoy an indoor plant. You like cactuses, all this. You'll learn about this and so much more, and have fun doing it.
Hi, I'm Claire Lineberry. I'm the corresponding secretary for the DW Park Association, and we were established in 1998 by Barbara Shinnick, who recently passed away. So we thank her for all her dedication and all her hard work, and we thank DW Field, or Daniel Waldo Field, for dedicating this beautiful park to us in 1938. You can get his book here today if you'd like a copy of it. We do have that. We have some information on the parks and the ponds that are there, and we're trying to put together some more literature and speakers. Last month we had a speaker on owls. He did a fantastic job, and he wants to come back to the park so that he can walk people around and show them where the birds are hiding, or even where to look for them because there's so many of them. If you've been up there, you've seen the swans and everybody's seen the ducks, but there's so much more. There's owls and there's a blue herring that you can see on occasion, and if you're lucky enough, you'll see him fishing. And we learned about them too. So there's plenty to see, there's plenty to do, not just walk through it, which is beautiful in itself. Bring your dog and walk through the park, bring your kids and ride their bikes. There's just so much to do, and it's such a gem to be in the middle of the city. So come on and join us. We hope you all will, and we hope to see you soon.
Hello, hi. My name is Zico. I'm here with my colleague Felicita. We work for Vitra Health, and we're here in downtown Brockton Fest today to celebrate the bicentennial celebration 2021. Like I said, we're with Vitra. We're here in the community. We have a adult day health, and we have a few other programs. And we're here in the community to help the community. Hopefully, people can come here and take advantage of this event. And I'm just gonna pass the word here to my colleague Felicita. She wants to tell you guys a little bit more about the program in Spanish. Thank you. Have a good one.
Hello, mi gente bonita de Brockton, ¿cómo están? Estamos aquí celebrando el festival aquí en Brockton y estamos aquí en Vitra Health. Tenemos un adulto day program que abre los martes y los jueves. Y si quieren una información, tú sabes, vengan a Vitra Health. Tenemos muchos programas y todo por Mass Health. So, si tienen Mass Health estándar, están qualified. So, busquen a Vitra Health, la 10 Pearl Street. Yo, Zico, feliciten Zico y los veremos pronto.
Where can they contact you? Where can they find you?
Yeah.
You can find us at 110 North Pearl Street in Brockton, and you can reach us on 781-917-6772. Again, that's my cell phone number, and we can help you enroll in the program, or we can help you take care of your elderly. And we're here to serve you and just take advantage of the program.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Bill Hogan. I'm at VFW Parkway at City Hall, Brockton. And later in the day, we're going to be inducting some old-time Brockton baseball players into the Brockton Athletic Hall of Fame. This memorial here is at City Hall Plaza. It's for William Henry McGonigal. Gunner McGonigal is what they call him because he had such a strong throwing arm. Gunner invented the catcher's mitt in 1875. It was simply a bricklayer's glove that he cut the fingers off a little bit and kind of moderated it a little bit so that he didn't kill his hands when the pitcher was throwing it to him from 40 feet away at 80 miles an hour. They were tough people back then. They didn't wear gloves from baseball. They just caught the ball in bare hand. And he was just getting kind of beat up and tired of it, so he grabbed a pair of gloves and invented the catcher's mitt. He's also known for being the first manager to win consecutive pennants in 2 different major leagues. In 1889, he won the pennant in the American League, and then when the Dodgers transferred over to the National League, they won the pennant again. And I'm pretty sure to this day he's the only one that's ever done that. And he'll be inducted into our Brockton Athletic Hall of Fame. He was actually a very flamboyant man, dressed flamboyantly. He had the handlebar mustache. He's, to this day, has the highest winning percentage of any Dodger manager. And the Dodgers are named after the patrons of the Brooklyn Dodgers, who used to have to dodge the trolleys that delivered the patrons to the ballpark. And that's where they get the name, the Brooklyn Dodgers, now the Los Angeles Dodgers. So he's quite a character, and the reason his memorial is here at City Hall is he owned a pool hall and a pub right here, right next to City Hall. So interest in Brockton history. There's a lot more to the man. He was a good guy. He was friends with boxer J.L. Sullivan. He lived on Arch Street in Brockton here, McGonigal did, and quite a character. Thank you.
This week, Elsa Suxo discovers the Let's Make Friends reading event at the Brockton Public Library. Let's take a look.
I'm Yvette, one of the founders of Brockton Parents Initiative. We run a play group called Let's Make Friends here at the main library in Brockton. Come join us on Wednesdays where we read books, make crafts, and connect with other families to build community. Oh, I love it. It's spooky. It is spooky. It's beautiful. That looks like it'd be another mouth, too.
No.
Ooh, there you go. Good job. Look at show the camera.
Show me.
Hold on. She wants to fix it.
Professional.
Ooh.
Does it melt?
It's good because not every pumpkin is happy. Some
My name is Soraya. I am the Parent Engagement Specialist for Brockton Public Schools. So today it is important to connect with you and tell you what are we doing really. Parent engagement, it's about, meeting with the kids where they are, connecting with you and giving you those skills that you need to support your children. Because as you know, your children are the most amazing prize that you have been blessed with. So any way that I can to support that goal, that dream that you have, it is truly an honor. As you know, parent engagement has to do with collaboration. We communicate with people in the community. Right now we're with BCA. Anna, thank you so much for this segment. And we share with you some of the activities that we do. So as we started the year, we had an assessment with parents telling them what are the things that you want us to do, as opposed for us to say, hey, we know what you want. We give you, we want to hear from you. And many of you tell me that you wanted to have how to access technology and how to support your children. So for the first segment of the year, we have technical support setting, how you can set up your email account, how to learn the portal, the BPS portal, and I know, right, it's gonna be hard sometimes. And navigating equity, diversity, and inclusion in Brockton. As you know, it is a diverse population, and each culture brings something that is really rich and that we all can learn from. We have Hispanic Heritage Month. ¿Va a ser con nosotros? ¿Sí? We have Hispanic Heritage Month actually, and that will be at the Montana George. So I will share the flyer as well as the list so you can know what we are doing, because it is your community, it is your school, and we are here to serve. And to me, that is the greatest gift that I can serve. And the last one in December, the big one, is the poetry contest that we have, where parents, children, they work together to write a poetry. And the theme that we have this year is the holidays in 2021. So what does that mean to you? Some people, like, I believe that you're gonna draw something?
Yeah.
See, vas a borrar algo?
Yeah.
So we can draw some things if you don't have the language yet, or you can write. And I think poetry, writing, as we are focusing on the four areas in Brockton, the focus areas is effective instruction, active reading and writing, as well as positive relationships. I never talk about relationships first because I always feel that it is something that needs to be built. And my work here in Brockton is really to connect with you, engage in a way that you feel welcome, valued, because you are. Thank you.
There's a lot of great things happening at BCA. Mm-hmm. And like, for example, today we're in our new podcast room doing the show. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, it is. And our newest feature, Artist of the Month. Now, here's Sarah that's talking to the artist about his display.
Alongside me, I have an amazing piece of artwork from the local Haitian artist, Jocelyn Joseph. Jocelyn Joseph was born in Haiti and has been practicing art since 1981. This, alongside many of his other pieces of artwork, will be featured in the Brockton Community Access Lobby until October 15th.
From 1991, I was at ENAT School, National School of Arts in Haiti. And then from that time, I closed everything over there as a certified artist, and then I do my best in Haiti. After that, we came to America, and from that time, we continue sometimes to do what we can do, and then we continue to paint, and then this is the reason I did it, because art is my life. Thank you so much. It's a heart failure. Because when they call me, I never know I'm going to be at that level. This is so good, this is so special, and what I can say thank you. Thank you, because I'm here. Not too many people know I'm here, but I'm available for my community. I do my best day after day to keep the image of Asian people up. When we're talking with heart, not with mouth. But if you love art, because art never die. Every day you look at it, it's talk to you, because the image speak, the colors speak, but you're supposed to know how to deal with it, because when you see one picture, day after day you learn something from the picture. This is it.
Jocelyn has been in America for 22 years and continues to paint till this day. Jocelyn's love and passion for America and Haiti is carried over into his artwork. His dedication and ambition to represent the Haitian culture is displayed and recognized. Jocelyn is the first of many artists to be featured in the Brockton Community Access Lobby. For This Is Brockton, I'm Sarah Idu.
You sure?
Yeah, you're going to do it?
Are you going to do it?
No, you got it.
You know, there's a lot of great things happening at BCA.
Yes.
You should stop on by and become a member.
Yes, we'd love to have you.
I'm Mike Simmons. I'm the programming genius here at Brockton Community Access. Today we're talking about membership. Let's kick it over to Cassie Bruni, our outreach genius. Take it away, Cassie.
Hi, and welcome to Brockton Community Access, your local community access station. Our mission is to empower diversity and freedom of expression by connecting our community with knowledge and media resources, driven by our passion and commitment to serve. We are your voice to our community, and it is so easy to become a member. How do you do that? You can just come in and sign up with one of our applications here, or you can go online and sign up to be a member. Can't wait to see you here.
So next up is from Ingrid Isaac. She's been out following what's going on with the homeless in Brockton, and she filed this report.
My name is Marianne Mendes, and I coordinate the volunteer services for Father Bill's in Mainspring. Father Bill's in Mainspring provides services to the homeless and those at risk of homelessness in a number of different ways, including prevention of homelessness through our programs, and we also provide shelter, emergency shelter, and also over 600 units of permanent supportive housing. We provide services in the Brockton area, Quincy, and our catchment area runs all the way from Quincy down to Plymouth. And so we have a very broad approach to addressing the homeless issue with these various programs. My role as a volunteer coordinator is to coordinate those interested in volunteering. Volunteers are a huge support to our organization and provide us with thousands of hours of their time. And even at this time, when we don't have volunteers on site, we still are engaging volunteers with us in other ways. One way is on the meals needed, and we have a meal program, and we have a big need for meals. These would be prepared meals that would be delivered to the sites, served by our staff, because we are not having volunteers on site at this point. And both in the Brockton area at Mainspring and Roadway, And in addition to that, we have that program in our other shelter in Quincy as well. We also have a very comprehensive bag lunch program where volunteers are able to provide bag lunches to us to a number of locations, including the ones I've just mentioned. And I can provide specific information on the available dates and locations for bag lunches and the details on that. In that, these are accepted 7 days a week, and they're delivered to the locations and then disseminated to our participants or guests as needed. So that's been a huge support, especially at this time. And we also have a need for other in-kind items where volunteers could do a drive within their community for these items. And the particular high-need items that we are looking at, especially as we're entering the winter season, are, and these are all new items, are boots, sweatshirts, hoodies, sweatpants, adult backpacks. Those are particularly high need. We do have a lot of information on the website, including what we refer to as a wish list, and additional items are included and needed. And we have a distribution center here where we are now, and any of these items would be delivered here, and then we have a system of requisitioning them back out to the locations as they need them. And that's an ongoing need. We also have a very high need on the housing side for blankets, and full and twin size blankets in particular. Every year we have special lists that we'll be developing for the needs for the holidays, and that's another opportunity to check the website once we have those out. This is Mainspring, which is our shelter for individuals who need emergency shelter, who are homeless, men and women. And this is one of our newer houses. We opened a few years ago in Randolph. It's a veterans house. We have veterans living there in a permanent supportive house. And this is also Montello, rather Jack's place. Yes. And this is right next to Mainspring. And that is also permanent supportive housing. Oh. And this, again, is a option once they transition out of the shelter and we're able to place our guests in that, the permanent one. And the same thing with our other Montello, also in Brockton. They're across the street from each other.
Okay.
So, or rather not this one. This is down the street. This is next to Mainspring. And we have a lot of this information also on the website if people want to go to the website to learn more about the specifics about the housing. Okay. This is the distribution center where we take all donations and we organize them and then requisition them back out to the shelters and our programs as needed. And the room to my right, are the items used in the individual shelters. Next Tuesday, we'll be having a press conference, and the Lieutenant Governor will be there. And we've received funding, both private and public, for the conversion of the roadway inn, which we have purchased. And the roadway inn is functioning as our satellite shelter for Mainspring. Okay. And so part of our guests have been there since COVID began, and we'll now be converting those units into permanent efficiency units where they will continue to get services.
No matter how big or small, all things in nature have a role to play. This week, Nolan shows us these tiny little critters that deserve a lot more credit.
I'm looking for one of the most important species in the Northeast. Without it, the whole ecosystem could be in danger. They can be found right under this rock.
Nope. Oh, yes. I lied.
Meet the eastern redback salamander. Now you may be wondering, if they're so common, why have I never seen them? And there's a good reason for this. They spend most of their lives either underground or sliding through the leaf litter, and the only time you might encounter these guys is if you're either walking at night or in the rain. The reason for this is that they must always remain moist in order to breathe. This group of salamanders breathe completely through their skin, and though breathing through the skin isn't uncommon for amphibians, most are still able to take a deep breath with lungs. What also sets plethodontids apart from other amphibians is that they never go through a tadpole stage. Basically, from the time they hatch, they're just tiny versions of the adults. This is known as direct development, and it helped plethodontids spread like crazy. There are over 400 species, with new ones being discovered every year. You see, when they're not tied down by a pond or a pool of water like other frogs, newts, salamanders, all that, they can go anywhere they want, whenever they want, and just keep it moving. Actually, most salamanders are plethodontids. It just goes to show you how successful this was. But what makes eastern redback salamanders specifically so important to forests? The answer lies in what they eat, or how much they eat.
So these salamanders eat tiny little bugs that can be found in the leaf litter, all the dead decaying leaves on the forest floor. But all those dead decaying leaves store carbon dioxide, and a whole bunch of it.
A lot of those bugs spend their time eating and breaking down either dead leaves or dead logs. However, those organic materials are almost 50% carbon. So when they're broken down that way, it all just gets returned back into the atmosphere. But if the redback salamanders are able to eat those bugs and slow down their eating, most of those leaves and logs just get covered by more stuff, which gets them all nasty and slimy, and then they get broken down by fungi and bacteria. However, when they're broken down that way, they get stored in the soil, sort of like a storage locker, but instead of stuff you think you want but you really don't, there's carbon in there. One study found that salamanders were able to indirectly send 180 pounds of carbon per acre back into the soil rather than the atmosphere. When taking into account they're using a small number of the salamanders in the area, you can start to see what's going on. And that makes salamanders, specifically the eastern redback salamander, are climate heroes. Basically, though they're small, and you may have not known they existed in Brockton, or let alone at all, eastern redback salamanders are amazing animals that do so much for the planet. So next time you're on a hike, check under your feet, because there just might be a climate hero slithering through those leaves. And make sure you don't step on them. They're very easy to step on. Yeah.
You know, we have a lot of fun here at BCA.
Yes.
You know, and thankfully we get to work with the volunteers in the community to produce fabulous programming. If you'd like to become a member and start producing your own show, call
508-580-2228.
Until next time, I'm Carl Pride.
I'm Cassie Bruni.
Have a great week.